Hi everyone, my name is Nemanja Marinović and I am the executive editor of Serbian online youth portal Zoomer. Basically today I'm gonna talk to you about fake news, or is it fake news actually a good term for our topic today. Basically the fake news is false or misleading content, or better to say information presented as news. What does actually mean? We have some information, we have something that is presented as news, but is not based in facts. Is actually presented only in a way that looks like a news. So we can use also term pseudo news, alternative information, etc., etc., etc. But what we need to know, this is actually not news. This is some type of information that we can, without any doubt, say it's a lie. So when something, it cannot be alternative information, alternative fact. It is a fact or a lie. Fake news are actually a lie. So when we discuss about the fake news, the news are actually not a good term because it's something is false information, it cannot be news. So we need to talk about, is it something information that is correct, that is true, or information that is actually false. When we talk about the false information or about the fake news, we need to know that basically in most of the times, what is the motivation beyond the fake news? It's actually money, it's monetization. So in theory, fake news are produced by some obscure websites or Facebook groups or Facebook pages that only want to get your clicks, to get the share, the greater reach, and in other terms, to get more money from you or from some other parts of that process. So the biggest problem in Serbia, for example, is not that we have fake news that are made in some obscure social networks. We have a great problem here that our fake news in very great percentage is created actually by our mainstream media. So when we have like the information that is false and it's created by the mainstream media who are in some way connected with the government or other groups that are in some way in power in our country, in our society, we cannot discuss about only is information true or false. We need to discuss what are the motives behind that. So when we talk about the media, the mainstream media that produce fake news, and it's mostly gets some funds from our government, we need to discuss also in terms of propaganda and also in a term of disinformation. When I said it in the beginning that the fake news is not the great term, it's because we actually have 3 more terms that are, in my opinion, better or more correct to use than the term of fake news. We can say about misinformation, disinformation, or malinformation. When we discuss about misinformation, these are like the types of the fake news that are not harmful. For example, that can also be like some funny content or content that is created in order to get some attention on some social problems, but in a way that is funny, that is like satiric. But when we create some information that is it's in order to get some political points or to get some other social impacts, such as conspiracy theories or pseudoscience, or using the correct information in a false content or in false context of the same news. When we use like the facts we get from some research, but we create content around that facts that can be used in some way to justify sexism, racism, homophobia, nationalism, etc., etc. We are speaking in terms of misinformation or malinformation. So these are the information we get, but they're harmful. So when we have this type of the news or this type of the information, we have always some goal to achieve when we do it. So it's not only to get clicks or to get more impact. We have some political or social goal with that information when we present or when we put that on our media platform. And the last thing that is important to mention at this point is something that basically all of you heard in some way, and that is clickbait. Clickbait are type of the fake news or the false information that can be harmful, but not in every possible way. Because when we use clickbait, our goal maybe is just to make you click to get more clicks, to get more reach, to get more money for some media, but the content is not always fake. We in Serbia, for example, have a lot of very good articles from very good portals, but the headlines are created so that look like a clickbait to get you to click on that article and to read what the journalist wrote about that. So it's not always harmful, but in some way when you use parts of the articles in the headlines, on where you use the photos that are not connected with the article, or some other harmful media behaviors like false attribution, false content, false connections, in order to create some story that is in some way connected with the facts, but in totally different content, then you can have like the clickbait that is also very harmful. So after all this, what is important for you to know that this type of false content or like say fake news or false information, it's not something that we can only find on obscure websites or in some tabloids or that type of the media. It can also be found in media that are credible or that we see as a free media. So when you read some article, nevertheless it's from left or right media that is connected with the government or that is like free media, if that exists in our societies today. It's important for you to understand that you need to do some research, do some fact-checking, to find that topic on other media, to connect the stories from different media, and to, if it's possible, to find the source of the information. So when you see some research about, I don't know, homophobia in some countries, find that source, find that information in research, and then you can see if it's used in article in a true or in a harmful way. That's something that everybody can do in Google for like 2 minutes and to find like the source and the information. Also you can check about the photos, are they connected with the story, use Google image research, do some of that that you can like in 3 minutes create your own opinion or little research about is that information true or false. That's something that you can do, or you can check like the fact-checking websites when somebody else already did all that the digging and information, but we don't have time for that always, so we can do our little research and connect the story. So I hope that this was helpful for all of you, and please don't trust all the media or don't trust nobody. That's even better. So just do your research and always critically think about all media content that you can see on television, social networks, platforms, whatever you use in these days.